Trust the Profits is a formula here, and we're going through yet another Derby prep race because we got two this weekend. Just went through the Louisiana Derby, and now we're going through the Jeff Ruby Stakes. Gotta love the sizzle in that stakes, am I right? Let's look at the past on the Jeff Ruby Stakes. Especially recently, it's been a more interesting race, I guess you could say. Gets criticism from some people, obviously, because it's on synthetic. It's a Turfway park. It doesn't have the appeal that Fairgrounds or Oaklawn Park has. But having said that, it's produced some very fun and entertaining horses that have made a difference in the Derby. Endlessly last year ran ninth place. Not too bad. You look year before, though, you got two Phils sitting there at third place in the Derby. Much more impressive. And then the year before that, Tis the Bomb, a ninth. But who came in third place? Rich Strike, first place horse in that race. That's right. Tawny Port was second in that race, by the way. Probably the best year for the Jeff Ruby Stakes to boot, right? Like the King before that. If you're looking at race times here, I would say anything sub 150 is what you're looking at for, a Derby hopeful, a horse that you're hoping to get in there. Obviously, you see a couple 150s in there for horses that ran ninth place, 11th place. You got a couple later ones that were in 17th place there. So obviously not a tried and true method, but the closer you get to that 150 or below, I think the better chances you end up having in the Derby. So let's take a look at what this all means. We've got 13 horses entered in, which means that this graphic might be a little bit hard to read right now, but we're going to go through every single one of them. So don't squint too hard. Have some patience. March 22nd. It's a G3 worth an even number of $777,000. Yes, it looks trip sevens. I don't know. Guess that's what they're going for. Turfway Park, 9 furlongs. That is a 1 1/8 mile on synthetic. Let's move along here, starting with calling card. Boy, thought I was moving on John Hancock a lot. How about calling card? Haven't had to touch this slide a whole lot other than to keep reporting that he's going to get yet another jockey change. That's right. We thought it was Luan Machado last race, scratched out of that one. No Luan. Now it's Adam Bashiza taking the mount here for calling card, who last time out was 13 lengths behind Flood Zone at the Gotham. Was also eighth place at Lecomte, starting out 6 lengths back off the pace. Something that you would position yourself for a bit of a close there, but ended up finishing 6 lengths behind Disco Time anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of losing it on calling card, to be honest. So let's move along here. I'm scratching out calling card. He's going to be a toss for me. Famous last words. Charlie's to blame. 2 wins and 4 starts. Gate to wire win at the Kitten's Joy Stakes, going 8.5 furlongs on turf, beating Maui Strong by a head in that one, running a 1:40.38. And again, that is on turf. Gate to wire win in Del Mar to break his maiden. 54K maiden special weight on turf, going 1 mile, beating Muscled by 3.5 lengths in that one. Pace setter coming off turf, ran once on dirt back in September, but that was his first race. Non-memorable, yeah. Also, interesting to note, Juanje Hernandez coming over to take them out here for Charlie's to blame for Peter Yurton. That is intriguing. Juanje Hernandez making the trip to Turfway Park, and why wouldn't he? It's Turfway Park, baby. California Burrito. Yummy, yummy. 3 wins and 6 races for the Burrito. Winner of the Battaglia, as you all know, going Gates Wire in that one for a win of 1.5 lengths over Baby Max. Gate Wire win in a 1 mile allowance optional claimer at Turfway, winning by 7.25 lengths over It's in My Blood. This is going to be yet another pace setter. We've got a few in this race, and I think there's a bunch of good ones in this race. So I don't know if you're going to see a full on pace and fade here. You might see a couple that definitely hang on, but I also got some good closers in this race. Final Gambit. 1 win, 1 second, 1 third, and 3. Broke his maiden third time out in a 1 mile 80K, 800, 80K, 80K. I said it right the first time. 80K maiden race at Turfway, starting 9 to 11 lengths back, but closing for a 2.25 length win over Bermuda Triangle. Second in a maiden special before that at Turfway, stalking the pace set by Peanut Butter Whiskey, but unable to pass, losing by half a length in that one. I would say in 3 races, if 3 races can be three different races, Looks to be a deep closer, obviously stalked in that second one, but I looked up the first race as well, tended towards a deep closer there. Sometimes hard to tell in the first race, but then went back to where he was. Not this time being the sire. Yeah, I don't know what to make of this horse here, Final Gambit, where he wants to be, but Brad Cox bringing him in. That's definitely a curious play here. Flying Mohawk, 2 wins in 5 races, winner of a 59K 8.5 furlong turf race at the fairgrounds, starting off 8 lengths off the pace, but closing down the stretch for a 2-length win over States Rights. Winner of 120K maiden special, going 8.5 furlongs on turf at Churchill Downs in October, stalking the pace, closing for a 5.5 length win over Swirling Eyes. Turf horse who has looked great, at least the last 2 races. Yeah, curious to see how he's going to take to the synthetic for this one. Flying Mohawk. Then we got Baby Max. Gotta love me some Baby Max. 2 wins, 2 second places in 5 races, including a second place at the Battaglia, stuck on the pace early and staying closer to the leaders. Unable to make up the ground, though, unable to make up that half furlong between him and California Burrito, settling for second place there. Did win the Leonidas Stakes at Turfway, sitting 3 lengths off the pace in that one early, taking over down the stretch to win by over 2 lengths, beating Chunk of Gold in that one. Baby Max. Giocoso, 7 races, 2 wins, 12th last time out of the Risen Star, coming in dead last in that one. 6 lengths off the lead early on, attempted to make a little bit of a push, but was too gassed, was way far back. Winner of 127K in F furlong allowance optional claimer at Churchill Downs on turf, starting 4 lengths back, closing down the stretch to win by 3/4 of lengths over Papiamento. Last dirt race before that, got a third in the Iroquois. So if you take that along with the Risen Star, like the sire here, not much time, not this time. But I have yet to see on dirt what Giocoso is really, really capable of doing, unless he's more of a turf horse, which I have a feeling is the case. Innovator, 9 races, 1 win in that time, 12th at the Rebel, pushing the pace early on, but tiring for a 20-length loss to Coal Battle. Yikes. Third at the Lecomte, taking the pace early, but fading, giving way to Disco Time and Built, losing by 1.25 lengths there, 1 3/4 lengths. Broke his maiden in his 7th race, going 6 furlongs against mostly firsters. The race of note here, he got second place, going head to head with Barnes in Barnes' maiden special weight win at Churchill Downs, only losing by a head in that one. But that race, coupled with everything that happened after that, makes me think that Innovator is really more of a mile or less type horse. Definitely likes to be up front, but we've seen a lot of fade from him in those longer distance races. Poster, here's a horse I've been excited about. Started off with a three race win streak, but the last time out did get third at the Sam F. Davis, settling in about 8 lengths off the pace, but then moved up 3 lengths, moved back to 5 lengths off, was bouncing around quite a bit in that race. Made a push down the stretch, though, despite it all, closed to be within less than 3 lengths of John Hancock in that one. Before that, winner of the 9 furlong Remsen, starting off 3 lengths behind, moving up to first by the stretch, and then just edging out Aviator Gui by a nose. Yeah, it was on turf for a little while, but a very strong closer. And I am really digging this horse here. Oh, alert, alert. I did not put the jockey on here. Oh boy. I'm going to have to give him to you verbally. Here it is. The jockey is John Velasquez. There you have it. Bringing it to you real time. Maximum Promise from Maximum Security. Ken McPeak, BJ Hernandez. Good combo there. 1 win in 4 races. Third at the Battaglia last time out after being jammed early on. Starting 7 lengths off the pace. Still recovered to get third place in that race, with 6 lengths behind California Burrito, but definitely lost that race at the start. 5th at the Lecomte, sat 6 lengths off the pace in that one, closed to within 2.5 of Disco Time in the slop, and then won a 71K maiden special and second attempt at Ellis Park before that. Maximum Promise. So that third at the Battaglia doesn't get jammed. I have a feeling he does a bit better. Very curious to see how he does this next time out. Curvino, 9 races, not a single stakes race yet. This will be the first one. Last time out went 8.5 furlongs, 130K allowance optional claimer at Oaklawn Park, starting off 9 lengths after a bad gate start. Moved up to 3 3/4 lengths off of the winner, What Me Worry. Second in a sloppy 8.5 furlong allowance optional claimer at Oaklawn again, starting 6 lengths off the pace and then closing to within half of a length from Brodeur. Again, took 7 races from the break as maiden, so I wouldn't expect him to be a winner here. Maybe finishes in the money, but I don't know. He's got a good jockey for Turfway. Corrales is one of the best that they have there. He's not joking, or is he? Do we have to? Jeez, I did it again. Jockey. Yeah, the jockey we got here is going to be Ramon Hernandez, not John Velasquez. That is old. My apologies once again. It takes me a while to update these slides here, and I'm doing it as quickly as possible. 6 races, 2 wins. 5th at the Holy Bull, starting 3 lengths off, bouncing around, eventually fading to lose to Burnham Square by 16 lengths. 8th at the Kentucky Jockey Club, after having a bumpy start, settled into 6th, faded back to 8th, 10 lengths behind First Resort. Before that, he was racing in Woodbine. I'm not too thrilled about this horse. To be honest with you, he's not joking. Gave him a chance after the Kentucky Jockey Club. I mean, while I was looking at that race, I thought, okay, it's an interesting horse. I think he did very well. First in the Gray Stakes at Woodbine. Kentucky Jockey Club, I gave him a pass on that one just because of the bumping around. Holy Bull, smaller field, very winnable race. I'm still not thrilled with the Holy Bull. Coming in 5th in that one, not exactly a seal of approval. Candytown, also eligible. Todd Pletcher, currently John Velasquez, would have to draw in 2 races, 2 second places in maiden special weight. Got second place in a 1 mile, 40-yard maiden special at Tampa Bay Downs. Was 4 lengths off the pace, moving up to apply pressure to on the mount, but ended up losing by 3/4 of a length in that one. That would be Candytown, and we are moving on. We're at the end here. My safe play is Poster. I've been loving Poster for a while. Obviously, Sam F. Davis didn't really go his way, but I think this could be a race that he prospers from, right? My value play here, I'm expecting a rebound from Maximum Promise. Don't know what the morning line is yet. Have not seen it. Keep refreshing to wait to see if it's posted somewhere and have not. So I'm assuming you're going to get some significant value from Maximum Promise there. After that, I'm throwing on California Burrito because who could not? Won the Battaglia, 3 wins in 6 races. The horse knows how to win, especially at Turfway. And then Charlie's to Blame. I like what the horse has done on turf so far. He's going to be challenging California Burrito, and I think both of them have a ability to hold that pace and sustain for 9 furlongs, or at least hold on for a piece. The fact that they are battling, though, I think opens up things for a horse like Poster to eventually win, which is why I've got him there right now. That's what I got on the formula. Hope you had a good time. As always, if you're going to gamble on the horses, please do so responsibly and have a lovely day.